One of the biggest misconceptions about blackheads is that they're just dirt trapped in your pores. I can't tell you how many times I've heard someone say, I wash my face every day, but I still have blackheads. And that's because it's not about how clean your face is, it's about what's happening as inside of those pores. A blackhead forms when a pore becomes clogged with sebum, dead skin cells, and sometimes bacteria. That little plug sits there quietly until the top is exposed to air, and when it oxidizes, it turns dark. That's where the name comes from, the color, not the dirt. Now, our skin is constantly producing oil, and that's not a bad thing. In fact, that oil, sebum, protects and lubricates your skin. The problem starts when your body produces a bit too much or when dead skin cells don't shed properly. Imagine trying to pour water through a funnel that has gunk stuck in the middle. It just doesn't flow smoothly. That's what happens in your pores. Instead of releasing that oil naturally, the pathway gets blocked, and once that happens, a blackhead is born. What makes this even trickier is that blackheads love consistency. If you have oily skin, larger pores, or hormonal fluctuations, you're creating the perfect environment for them to thrive. Hormones, especially androgens, can stimulate oil glands, and that's why teenagers and adults alike can experience persistent blackheads. Add makeup, sunscreen, pollution, and the occasional skipped cleans, and suddenly your skin feels congested no matter what you do. And let's be honest, sometimes our habits make things worse. Overwashing, scrubbing too hard, or using harsh cleansers can strip the skin's natural oils. The skin, in turn, panics and produces even more oil to compensate. So now you've got an even oilier surface, more dead skin cells flaking off, and the cycle keeps spinning. It's like your pores are begging for a reset button they never get to press. Another thing people often misunderstand is that blackheads can appear on anyone, not just those with dirty or home clean skin. You can have an excellent skincare routine and still deal with them. Genetics plays a role too. Some people simply have pores that are more prone to clogging. And as we age, the skin around our pores loses elasticity, making them look larger and more noticeable. That makes blackheads stand out even more, even if your overall skin health is great. Here's what's interesting. Blackheads actually serve as a visual clue. They're your skin's way of telling you that your cleansing process might not be addressing buildup deep enough. Think of it like an early warning system. It's not the worst thing that can happen to your skin, but it's definitely a sign that something underneath needs more balance. When we understand that, we can approach blackhead removal with more patience and precision rather than frustration. Instead of thinking, I need to scrub these out, start thinking, how can I help my pores function better? Because that's really what this is all about. The more balanced your oil production and cell turnover are, the fewer opportunities there are for blackheads to form. That's why skin prep, gentle exfoliation, and consistent care matter far more than squeezing or scrubbing ever will. And you know what else? Sometimes leaving a blackhead alone is the smarter move. Not every clogged pore is ready to be extracted safely. If you try to force it, you risk inflammation, scarring, and infection. The goal is never to attack the skin. It's to guide it back to balance. Healthy pores don't need to be forced open, they just need to be cared for properly so they can do their job naturally. Think about your skin as a living ecosystem. Every pore, every bit of oil, every layer of dead skin plays a role. When one part falls out of rhythm, the rest reacts. A good deep cleansing routine isn't about eliminating oil, it's about keeping the flow going. You want that sebum to move freely, carrying out impurities, not sitting trapped where it hardens and darkens. So when you look at your skin in the mirror and notice those tiny black dots, don't see them as flaws, see them as signals. They're telling you that your skin needs a little more attention, a little more balance, and a lot more gentleness. The real secret isn't to fight your pores, it's to understand them. And once you do, you'll find that clear. Smooth skin isn't about force, it's about harmony. Because when your skin's in balance, those blackheads never stand a chance. Now that we understand what blackheads really are, let's talk about the part that most people overlook, the preparation. This step might not sound as exciting as the actual extraction, but it's the foundation of safe, effective blackhead removal. You wouldn't wash your car without rinsing off the dust first, right? The same logic applies to your skin. Prepping your skin properly means setting yourself up for success, cleaner extractions, less irritation, and smoother recovery afterward. When you're about to remove blackheads at home, the first thing your skin needs is a clean, calm surface. That means washing your face gently with a mild cleanser, nothing that foams too aggressively or leaves your skin tight afterward. You want to lift away surface oils, makeup, and impurities, but not strip your natural moisture barrier. If your skin feels squeaky clean, that's actually a bad sign. It means your cleanser has taken away too much and your skin will respond by producing even more oil later. Once your face is clean, that's when you bring in the warmth. Steam or a warm compress is your best friend here. The warmth doesn't literally open pores like we often say. but it softens the debris inside and helps loosen the bond between the oil plug and the surrounding skin. That's what makes extraction smoother and safer. You can use a facial steamer if you have one, but a simple bowl of hot water and a towel works just as well. Lean over the bowl for about 5 to 10 minutes, letting that gentle heat do its job. Or if you prefer something simpler, just place a warm, damp towel over your face and relax. You'll feel your skin soften, and that's when it's ready. Now, here's something most people don't realize. Hydrated skin extracts better than dry, tight skin. If your skin feels dry or flaky, the pores tend to cling to debris inside, making the process more painful and more likely to cause trauma. So, before you even think about extracting, make sure your skin is properly moisturized and supple. A lightweight, non-comedogenic moisturizer or hydrating serum right after steaming can help prepare the surface. Think of it as giving your skin a little flexibility so it can release what's stuck without resistance. Timing matters too. Don't rush straight from steaming into squeezing. Give your skin a few minutes to breathe, let it settle, and always work under good lighting and clean conditions. Wash your hands thoroughly, disinfect your tools if you're using them, and prepare tissues or cotton rounds to create a protective barrier between your fingers and your skin. That barrier prevents bacteria from your hands from transferring and reduces the chance of leaving marks. Another common mistake is combining too many prep steps at once. People love to multitask, steam, exfoliate, mask, extract all in one go, but your skin doesn't need that much at once. Over-prepping can lead to redness and sensitivity, which makes the pores even more reactive afterward. Instead, focus on simplicity. A good, clean, gentle steam and a clean environment are all you need to create the right conditions. And remember, preparation isn't just physical, it's also about mindset. You need to approach blackhead removal with patience. This isn't a race or a battle. If you're frustrated or in a hurry, you're more likely to be rough, to push too hard, or to extract something that's not ready. Think of it like gardening. You don't yank out a weed that's still deeply rooted. You loosen the soil first, let it come out naturally. The same principle applies to your pores. Some people also like to use a pre-extraction solution or toner containing mild acids like salicylic acid before steaming. That can help dissolve surface oil and dead skin, making the process even smoother. But again, less is more. You don't want to irritate your skin before extraction. It's about creating the perfect environment, not overwhelming it. When the prep is done right, extraction becomes so much easier and safer. You'll notice that blackheads glide out instead of being forced. Your skin looks calmer afterward, not red and angry, and over time, this kind of gentle consistency keeps your pores cleaner for longer. It's about working with your skin, not against it. Preparation might feel like a small step, but it's the one that determines whether your results are satisfying or regrettable. When your skin is properly cleansed, softened, and respected, extraction becomes a precise, controlled process instead of a gamble. Skipping it is like skipping the warm up before a workout. You might still get through it, but you'll pay the price later. So take your time, let your skin tell you when it's ready. Because once it's properly prepped, those stubborn blackheads lose their grip and your pores finally get a chance to breathe again. That's the quiet moment when real cleansing begins. Once your skin is properly prepped, clean, softened, and relaxed, it's time for the part everyone gets a little nervous about. The extraction itself. This is where technique really matters, because let's be honest, anyone can squeeze a pore, but doing it safely and effectively without damaging your skin, that takes a little finesse. It's not about force, it's about control. The first rule is simple. Cleanliness is everything. Make sure your hands are washed, your tools are disinfected, and your working area is clean. If you're using a come-down extractor, wipe it down with rubbing alcohol before you even touch your skin. The same goes for your fingers. Wrap them in clean tissue or cotton to create a barrier. Never ever use your bare nails. They can break the skin, push bacteria deeper, and leave scars that last longer than any blackhead ever would. When you begin, start gently. You don't need to press hard. In fact, if something doesn't come out with mild pressure, that's your cue to stop. Your skin is telling you it's not ready, and forcing it will only lead to inflammation. Think of it like trying to pop a tiny seed out of soft soil. If the soil isn't loose enough, you'll just end up digging too deep. That's why your preparation was so important. It gives you that perfect balance between firmness and gentleness. If you're using a come-down extractor, position the loop around the blackhead and apply slow, even pressure. You want to press down and slightly across, not straight in. This helps coax the debris out without tearing the surrounding tissue. You might see a little pearl of sebum come out, sometimes dark on top and lighter underneath. That's exactly what you want. Wipe it away gently with a clean tissue and move on. Don't linger in one spot or go over the same area repeatedly. Once or twice is enough. For those who prefer using their fingers instead of tools, wrap both index fingers in tissue and apply gentle pressure on either side of the blackhead, rocking slightly back and forth. It's not about squeezing hard, it's about steady, balanced pressure. If nothing budges after a couple of tries, move on. Your goal is to remove what's ready, not to empty every pore in one session. Skin has limits, and respecting them is what keeps it healthy. Now, let's talk about lighting and visibility. Good lighting is essential. Natural daylight or a bright vanity mirror helps you see what you're doing without overpressing. Poor lighting leads to guesswork, and guesswork leads to mistakes. You want to see the blackhead clearly so you can position your fingers or tool precisely. The more precise you are, the less trauma your skin experiences. Sometimes, especially around the nose or chin, it helps to stretch the skin slightly with your fingers. This gives you a more stable surface and allows the pressure to distribute evenly. It also reduces the risk of bruising or tearing the skin. Remember, extraction is a delicate process. It's like performing tiny surgery on yourself. Every move should be slow, intentional, and clean. After you extract, resist the urge to keep inspecting or touching the area. That's when bacteria love to sneak in. If you notice any redness or swelling, that's your skin's natural response. You can calm it down with a cool compress or a soothing toner. Avoid alcohol-based products. They can sting and dry out the skin, which just delays healing. And here's something people often don't realize: more isn't better. Trying to remove every single blackhead in one go can leave your skin raw and irritated. The goal is progress, not perfection. Regular, gentle extractions spaced out over time will give you far better results than one aggressive session. Your skin needs time to heal and rebalance its natural oils. It's also worth mentioning that not everything that looks like a blackhead actually is one. Sometimes, what we think are blackheads are sebaceous filaments, tiny, naturally occurring structures that help transport oil through the pore. They're normal, they're supposed to be there, and trying to remove them repeatedly can actually make pores look larger over time. So pay attention to your skin. Learn its patterns. Some things are meant to stay. Safe extraction is about knowing when to stop as much as it is about knowing where to start. That restraint, that decision to walk away when the skin says enough, is what separates healthy skin from damaged skin. Your pores aren't enemies you're fighting. They're part of a system that's trying to keep you balanced. When you treat your skin with that level of respect, it shows. The glow that comes after a proper extraction isn't just from clearing the pores, it's from not overdoing it. You've let your skin breathe, you've maintained its integrity, and you've given it the care it deserves. Because the truth is, good technique isn't about removing everything. It's about removing only what's necessary, safely and gently. That's how you turn a simple blackhead removal into real skincare. After the extractions are done, this is where your real maintenance begins. You've cleared out what was clogging those pores, but now you want to keep them from filling right back up. That's where exfoliation comes in. Not the harsh, grainy scrubbing kind that leaves your skin red and raw, but the thoughtful kind that works with your skin's natural renewal cycle. Because the truth is, blackheads don't just appear out of nowhere. They're the result of buildup over time. And when you exfoliate the right way, you're stopping that buildup before it starts. Exfoliation is like housekeeping for your skin. Every day, your skin produces oil and sheds dead cells. If those cells don't slough off properly, they start to pile up and mix with sebum inside the pores. That's your blackhead waiting to happen. So you need something that can keep that surface clear and help loosen what's stuck deeper down. That's where chemical exfoliants like salicylic acid and glycolic acid make a big difference. Salicylic acid, in particular, is a star when it comes to blackheads. It's oil soluble, which means it can travel deep into your pores, dissolving the oil and dead skin that's causing the congestion. It works quietly, without the scraping or tugging that physical exfoliants sometimes cause. And because it's anti-inflammatory, it helps calm your skin at the same time it's clearing it. Using a product with salicylic acid 2 to 3 times a week is usually enough for most skin types. You don't need to drench your face in it every night. A little consistency goes a long way. Then there's glycolic acid and alpha hydroxy acid. Unlike salicylic acid, it's water soluble and works more on the surface, helping to lift off dull, dead cells and smooth texture. Together, these two create a kind of 1-2 punch. Salicylic clearing out the inside of the pores, glycolic polishing the surface. You can think of it as cleaning the inside of a cup while also shining the outside. Both are important if you want that fresh, clear glow to last. Now, not everyone's skin tolerates acids well at first, especially if you've just done extractions. The key is patience and moderation. Start slow, once a week at first, and see how your skin reacts. Always follow with a moisturizer to keep your barrier intact, because even the best exfoliants can cause dryness or irritation if you overdo it. Your goal is to support your skin, not strip it. If it feels tight or starts flaking, pull back and give it time to recover. There's also a place for gentle physical exfoliation, as long as you're smart about it. Products with very fine, Smooth particles like jojoba beads or rice powder can help lift away surface debris without tearing the skin. You don't need to scrub hard, just light circular motions for about 30 seconds is enough, and never combine physical and chemical exfoliation in the same session. That's a fast track to sensitivity. Choose one method, listen to your skin, and rotate as needed. Clay masks are another great way to keep pores clear after extraction. Ingredients like kaolin or bentonite draw out impurities and excess oil while keeping the skin calm. Using a mask once a week can act like a reset button. It helps maintain that freshly cleansed feeling while preventing buildup from returning. Just make sure to rinse thoroughly and moisturize afterwards so your skin doesn't feel too tight. You'll also want to pay attention to how your skin responds in different seasons. During hotter months, your oil production ramps up, so you might need to exfoliate a little more often. In colder weather, the air is drier, and over-exfoliating can lead to flackiness or irritation. Adjust your frequency and products based on what your skin needs, not just what the label says. And don't forget, exfoliation isn't just about looking smooth, it's also about helping your other products work better. When your pores are clear and the surface isn't covered in dead cells, your serums, moisturizers, and treatments can actually penetrate and do their job. It's like clearing the clutter off a desk before starting work. You're creating the right conditions for everything else to be more effective. So much of blackhead prevention comes down to balance. You want to keep the skin active and renewing, but not angry and stripped. It's a fine line, but when you find that rhythm, where your skin feels clean, hydrated, and calm, you start noticing fewer blackheads forming in the first place. That's the beauty of exfoliation done right. It's not about scrubbing your way to perfection, it's about creating consistency, helping your skin shed what it no longer needs, and keeping your pores functioning the way they were meant to. Because when you give your skin the right kind of attention, it rewards you. Not just with clarity, but with confidence that shows every time you look in the mirror. Once those extractions and exfoliation steps are done, your skin is in a very vulnerable state. The pores are clean, yes, but they're also open and sensitive. This is where most people either forget a step or take the wrong one. They'll finish cleansing and think, I'm done. But post-extraction care is just as important as the removal itself. It's what determines whether your skin heals beautifully or ends up irritated, inflamed, and more prone to future breakouts. After any kind of deep cleansing or extraction, the first thing your skin needs is calm. You've just disrupted its surface, gently, hopefully, but it's still been through something. Think of it like finishing a workout. You wouldn't walk out of the gym without stretching. Your skin needs that same recovery time. Start by soothing it with a gentle alcohol-free toner or cool compress that helps reduce any swelling and brings down the temperature of the skin, especially in areas like the nose or chin where pores tend to be more reactive. Next comes hydration, and this step can't be skipped. Hydrating your skin after extraction helps restore the barrier you've just stressed. Even if you have oily or acne-prone skin, this is non-negotiable. When you leave your skin dry after cleansing, it overcompensates by producing even more oil, undoing all the work you just did. So reach for a lightweight, non-comedogenic moisturizer, something that replenishes without clogging. Ingredients like hyaluronic acid, glycerin, or squalane are great for locking in moisture without adding graziness. You can also give your skin a little extra love with soothing ingredients that calm redness and support healing. Niacinamide is one of the best for this. It reduces inflammation, strengthens your skin's barrier, and helps even out tone. Aloe vera and green tea extract are wonderful too, especially if your skin feels warm or tender. And for that added layer of comfort, products with ceramides can help rebuild your skin's natural defenses. Think of these as the bricks and mortar that keep moisture in and irritants out. One thing I always caution against after extractions is piling on too many actives. It's tempting to use your strongest serums or treatments while your skin feels fresh, but that's actually the worst time for it. Your pores are more exposed, and your skin barrier needs rest, not challenge. Avoid retinol, strong acids, or any exfoliating agents for at least 24 to 48 hours. Let your skin focus on healing before you introduce anything aggressive. And then there's sun protection, the unsung hero of post-care. If you step out during the day, always wear sunscreen. Your newly cleansed pores and resurfaced skin are more sensitive to UV damage, which can lead to dark spots and premature aging. Choose a broad spectrum sunscreen that's light and non-comedogenic, preferably with zinc oxide or titanium dioxide. It'll protect without feeling heavy or greasy. For some people, a soothing mask after extraction can be a game changer. Something with calming botanicals or a gel texture can instantly cool and comfort the skin. You don't need anything fancy, just something gentle, fragrance-free, and hydrating. It's like giving your pores a little thank you after all that work. Now, as your skin settles over the next few days, you might notice a slight pinkness or mild sensitivity. That's normal. What's not normal is persistent redness, pain, or swelling. If that happens, It usually means you were a bit too aggressive during extraction or your skin barrier is compromised. The best response: step back, simplify your routine, and focus on healing. Gentle cleanser, hydration, and sunscreen. Nothing more until things settle down. Consistency in post-care makes a big difference long term. When you treat your skin kindly after each deep cleanse, it recovers faster and stronger. Over time, that translates into fewer breakouts, smoother texture, and tighter looking pores. It's that quiet maintenance that separates short-term results from lasting improvement. And let's not forget the psychological part of it. You've just spent time taking care of yourself. That calm, clean, fresh skin feeling is more than just physical, it's emotional. Your skin reflects how you treat it, and when you nurture it, that confidence shines through. So don't rush the recovery. Let your skin breathe, hydrate, and protect itself. This step isn't about doing more, it's about doing what matters most. Because the real glow doesn't come from extraction or exfoliation alone. It comes from how you care for your skin once the work is done. That's the difference between a quick fix and a transformation that truly lasts. At this point, we've talked about what blackheads are, how to remove them safely, and how to care for your skin afterward. But if there's one thing I want you to take away from all of this, it's that prevention is the real power. You can have the best tools, the perfect technique, and the most soothing aftercare routine. But if your day-to-day habits don't support healthy skin, those blackheads will just keep coming back. The goal isn't to fight your pores, it's to help them stay clear and balanced over time. The truth is, your skin doesn't operate in isolation. It's affected by everything you do, what you eat, how much you sleep, how often you touch your face, and even how stressed you are. Let's start with consistency. Your skin loves routine. It thrives when it knows what to expect. If you're constantly switching products, cleansing aggressively one day and skipping the next, your skin can't find balance. A simple, steady routine, cleanser, exfoliant, moisturizer, sunscreen, done daily is far more effective than a complicated regimen you can't stick to. Oil control plays a big role here too. But the goal isn't to eliminate oil, it's to regulate it. Over-cleansing, skipping moisturizer, or using alcohol-based products can trigger rebound oil production, which only makes pores more prone to clogging. Instead, think of your skincare as a balancing act. Use lightweight, non-comedogenic formulas that hydrate and control shine without stripping the skin. When your barrier is healthy, your pores function more efficiently and buildup becomes less of an issue. Hydration, both inside and out, is another key piece of the puzzle. When your skin is dehydrated, it tries to make up for it by producing more oil. Drinking enough water and using hydrating products keeps that process in check. And don't underestimate the power of nutrition. Diets high in processed sugar and dairy can sometimes contribute to excess oil and inflammation, while foods rich in antioxidants like leafy greens, berries, and omega-3s help your skin stay calmer and clearer from within. Stress is another hidden trigger for blackheads and breakouts. When you're stressed, your body produces more cortisol, which can stimulate oil glands and increase inflammation. It's not something you can completely avoid, but managing it, whether through exercise, meditation, or just taking time to unwind, can make a visible difference in your skin. Sometimes the best skincare routine isn't just what you apply on your face, but how you care for yourself overall. And then there's the one habit almost everyone struggles with: touching your face. We all do it, often without thinking. But every time you rest your chin on your hand, scratch your nose, or squeeze at a pore that's not ready, you're transferring bacteria, oil, and dirt. Over time, that can undo a lot of your hard work. Becoming aware of that small habit and breaking it can make a bigger impact than you might think. Another way to stay consistent is by setting a schedule for maintenance. Blackhead prevention isn't a one-time event, it's a rhythm. Maybe once a week you exfoliate with a gentle acid, once every 2 weeks you use a clay mask, and every morning and night you cleanse and moisturize. That rhythm keeps your pores clear and your barrier strong. If you keep that up, you'll find that blackheads form less frequently, and when they do, they're easier to manage. Your environment also matters. Pollution, humidity, and even your pillowcase can play a role in how often your pores get clogged. Make it a habit to clean your pillowcases regularly, avoid sleeping with makeup on, and limit how much you rest your face on your phone or hands during the day. Small details like that add up to big results. And remember, patience is your biggest ally. Skin doesn't change overnight. You might not see results after a week, but give it consistent, gentle care, and the difference will start to show. Blackhead-free skin isn't about perfection, it's about progress. The goal is to make your skin less reactive, more balanced, and more predictable over time. When all these elements, routine, hydration, diet, stress management, and environment, work together, your skin begins to function the way it's supposed to. The pores stay clear, the oil stays balanced, and those little black dots that used to bother you become fewer and far between. It's not about control, it's about harmony. Because when you stop fighting your skin and start working with it, that's when everything changes. Clear skin isn't the result of one powerful product or one perfect technique. It's the reward for consistency, care, and respect. And that's what keeps your skin not just clean, but truly healthy day after day.